There we go. Oh my gosh. This is a completely new look, so my apologies, but we're going to be walking with this for a little bit, so bear with me. Hold on. Let me make sure the settings is all right. There we go. Let's get into it. Matter of fact, hold on. Before we get into it, we're going to talk about Jawan Jennings. That's going to be one of the bigger conversations that we're going to have is about Jawan Jennings and how is he going to fit with all of this new week one activity. So I'm going to wait for a couple more people to get into the live. Wait for a couple more people to get into the live so we can then begin. Let's see. Let's see if we can get 10 people into the live immediately, hopefully. Okay, there we go. There we go. It's always difficult to start a live like this, but one of the biggest topics that I want to get into is about Jawan Jennings. Jawan Jennings is having a calf injury that people are not, let's be honest here, taking seriously because it's not a real serious injury. It's not. He wants a new contract. He's been talking about a new contract. He deserves a new contract. And for some odd reason, the San Francisco 49ers has been playing hardball with him for whatever reason. For whatever reason, the San Francisco 49ers wants to play hardball with Jawan Jennings going into week one. How difficult is it to realize that Jawan Jennings is really the focal point and should be one of the focal wide receivers for the San Francisco 49ers? He should be. We have Ricky P, who we've already recognized Brock Purdy trying to force him the football. So we've seen that. We've seen how outside of that right there, Robinson looks good at number 5 with the 5. So once he gets done with his suspension, he will be excellent. But who else do we have? Robbie Chosen, which I think will definitely be a shining light for us because I think Robbie Chosen is damn good. So Robbie Chosen will be a shining light for us. But that wide receiver room is really messed up until Brandon Aiyuk gets back. So when you look at it, you have Jawan Jennings on a new contract. Brandon Aiyuk won't come back until about week 5, week 6. Ricky P, we're going to see him get force-fed the ball for the first few weeks. Hopefully he can stay healthy. Robbie Chosen's only been with the team for about a month. And Robinson suspended for 4 games. This is a crazy situation for the San Francisco 49ers. A crazy situation. And it concerns me and alarms me that we haven't gotten a big-time wide receiver like Amari Cooper, who is technically still out there. But for some reason, we haven't got him. We got a different type of a pick, which is Brian Robinson, who I believe is going to be very good for the San Francisco 49ers. I think Brian Robinson is exactly what we've been looking for at the running back position. He is. He's going to make sure that we can get the ball on 3rd and 2, 3rd and 4. Brian Robinson is going to be that guy that can really lock in for us and really hold us down. I think this is something that the San Francisco 49ers recognized. We're so depleted at the wide receivers position, the running back position, that we needed this. We needed this tremendously. We needed a running back that we know is healthy, that can stay durable, and can make sure it get us those 2 to 3 yards. But How is his contract going to look? Yes, we have him for this complete season. But we all know one thing about running backs. They all want to get paid because that position we don't really respect in the NFL. And as fans, we're so fickle on what they can do and what they can't do. We are, it's the truth. It's just the truth. So, with us knowing that we have him for a year, do we franchise tag him, make him play on a franchise tag? I want to see what we can do because I do believe we need to sign Brian Robinson to a long-term deal with Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey got guaranteed money, so we ain't got to talk about his contract. George Kittle, guaranteed money. We ain't got to talk about his contract. Brock Purdy, guaranteed money. Ain't got to talk about his contract. Trent Williams, guaranteed money. Don't got to talk about his contract. All these things are guaranteed. So, Brian Robinson, being a junior, being a new San Francisco 49er, we should sign him to a long-term deal. Absolutely should. How is Christian McCaffrey going to handle that? And that's a deeper conversation that, as a fan, we really don't think about. But if you were a football player, a star running back, how would you feel that the team that you've been working for and got entered with decided to sign a damn good running back who, let's be honest here, Brian Robinson is faster than Christian McCaffrey right now. Christian McCaffrey has 2 hurt Achilles that's technically healed, what they've said healed, but how healed is it? How healed is those Achilles? So I believe Brian Robinson is the faster running back right now and the stronger running back. He's 6'2", 230 pounds. He's rushed for 700 to 800 yards consistently. He's a workhorse. If you're Christian McCaffrey, how would you feel? I know fans out there were excited because we're like, oh, dual running backs, like kind of have in Detroit, how they had in Tampa Bay, Dallas. But as the star running back, do you honestly want to split carries? Do you honestly want to split those carries? How will that look for you? We all know Christian McCaffrey wants to get into the Hall of Fame. Splitting carries is not how you get into the Hall of Fame. So take a moment and think and put yourself in the mind of Christian McCaffrey. You're not happy about the San Francisco 49ers trading for Brian Robinson because it says you're not going to stay healthy. They're not going to give you the ball all the time. They brought a real workhorse in. I think Christian McCaffrey is going to be selfish. I think Christian McCaffrey wants the ball all the time. And how will this look? How will this be viewed? Because when we look at it, Christian McCaffrey was getting targeted on rushing plays 17 to 20 times. How will it portray now that we have Robinson in the backfield with him? How will it look? How will it feel? Will he like it? I don't think he will. I don't think Christian McCaffrey wants to split those carries. So I think there's drama out there, and I'm going to be the first to talk about it. Because that's something that I truly do believe the 49ers are going to be dealing with. Will Christian McCaffrey accept splitting carries with Robinson? I don't see it. To me, I don't see it happening. I don't think he wants to. I don't think he will. There's too much riding on this season. He wants to get 1,000 yards rushing. How do you get 1,000 yards rushing splitting carries? Now, I know a lot of you out there don't really think about the math of football. But to get 1,000 yards rushing, 1,000 yards rushing, at least 80 yards to 90 yards a game, and you got to split carries, and George Kittle got to get the ball. Ricky P's going to get targeted the ball. Juwan Jennings, when he gets back, he's going to grab the ball 5 to 6 times because we already know how Brock Purdy loves throwing to Juwan Jennings because he's consistent, he's durable, and he's liable. And I think it's also alarming that Brock Purdy hasn't talked about Juwan Jennings getting this new contract. Why is that? Why is it that Brock Purdy has not said anything vocally about Juwan Jennings getting a new contract and getting him into practice? He has stayed quiet throughout this whole time about Juwan Jennings getting a new contract. It's eerie. And I think if you're Brock Purdy, it's really irresponsible. That is your number one target last year. Why are you not speaking up for your number one target? I think Brock Purdy needs to learn a very valuable lesson from Steve Young, Joe Montana, Tom Brady. Pay your wide receivers. Pay the people who got you there, who got you those yards before you can get your contract. That's something that's quite obvious, right? Like if I'm the quarterback and you're my wide receiver and you've been busting your tail for the past few seasons, I got my contract. Why you don't want, like, why would I not speak up for you to get paid as a wide receiver? I need you out there week one. I'm really hoping that Brock Purdy is saying something because he's not speaking publicly about Juwan Jennings getting new money. He's not. And it's tough. It's tough to stomach. It's tough to view because Brock Purdy should be speaking up for Juwan Jennings getting a contract. He should be. He just should be. Something else that's very puzzling to me that 49ers are not discussing about. We have not seen our number one draft pick, Mykel Williams, in practice, one-on-one drills, preseason. We haven't seen him at all. Is that not alarming to y'all? And I know everybody's going to talk about his ankle. But this man's only 20 years old. Only 20 years old. Why is the San Francisco 49ers not talking about Mykel Williams? And fans, faithful, because we're faithful. We're together on this. As an ex-football player, let me tell you some insight on what's really going on with Mykel Williams, in my opinion. Mykel Williams is 20 years old. They think they have seen enough, but honestly, I don't think Mykel Williams is going to be starting. He is a puppy. We didn't see him do no one-on-one drills against Trent Williams. We didn't see no one-on-ones against anybody with real substance. He's 20 years old. I think the San Francisco 49ers are baiting him on purpose. I think he'll get in on some packages, but I think the San Francisco 49ers are waiting to really release him. For whatever reason, for whatever reason, they're waiting to release him. Because he's 20. He's a puppy. He doesn't know no better. And the 49ers are being patient with him. So we have Mykel Williams, who possibly won't start. We have Huff starting at the opposite of Bosa. Alfred Collins can't really handle the double team on run plays. CJ West injured. And we have Bosa. That's the D-line, ladies and gentlemen, for the San Francisco 49ers. That is the D-line. I got to be honest with y'all. It's not looking that good. It's not looking that good, but I'm being hopeful. I'm staying optimistic about the whole situation. But that D-line on paper does sound scary. It does. But where does Mykel Williams fit into this equation? Because I'm really thinking that Mykel Williams needs to play the 3 technique. Alfred Collins needs to get his strength together because he's 6'8". He's huge. He is really big. He needs to move to the nose tackle position, and there needs to be a solid rotation. I think that would be the best thing for the 49ers is a solid rotation for this group to be acclimated together. And drop in the comments and give me your thoughts and opinions on this. We have Boza that's going to start. He's going to be there. We don't know who's the starting 3 technique is. We just don't know. Because we have not seen Mikael Williams at all. Alfred Collins is horrible at the double team and really hasn't really getting no type of pressure. CJ West is good, but we just haven't seen him because of that ankle injury. And Huff. I think Huff is going to be a dog for us. I think Huff is going to be very, very, very good for us. And scary. Now, moving to the linebackers. This is where it gets good. This is where it gets very good, so stay with me. Stay with me. Fred Warner is the starting middle linebacker. Now, we're being loyal to Winter. TCU Game Frog, we're being loyal to him. But let's be honest here. Martin should be that starting outside linebacker. And I think Martin will be the starting linebacker when the season between week 4 and week 5. I think Martin's going to be that linebacker for us, outside linebacker. He looks good. He looks like a man-child between Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman. He has that same body frame, and he's fast. He's lights out fast, but he's playing reckless right now. And that's something that the 49ers needs to get him to recognize. You can't play that fast in the NFL. He's naturally that gifted. He needs to slow down and let the game come to him. He has to. He has no choice but to. And I think Winter is a great linebacker, but he's not better than Martin. He's not. Martin looks damn good. And I'm looking forward to seeing Martin as our outside linebacker with Fred Warner. I think Fred has more trust in Winters right now because they know each other from playing last season together. But I'm telling y'all right now, mark my words, Martin is going to surprise a lot of you. He's going to. He's very, very talented, naturally gifted. Naturally gifted. And that's something that Winters can't necessarily do that good. Now, we also have to talk about the secondary for the San Francisco 49ers. Okay? We got to talk about the secondary. And we have to be honest here. So let me know if I'm being too harsh. But our secondary doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. We have Lenore, who's a phenomenal slot. But now he's going to be playing the number 1 wide receiver. That's going to be very, very hard to watch because Lenore is undersized. But will he be able to stay and keep up with the number 1 wide receiver? I believe so. We have Green, who we got to see. We just have to see. We just have to see what Green can do. He's a little tall. I like that. But I just got to see more. You should want to see more from Green. And last but not least, Upton Stout. I've heard nothing but great things about Upton Stout. And I need to see if he really is that dog that they've been talking about. We didn't see him in the offseason. We didn't see him in preseason. He's just going to come out there and just be a dog for us. I'm curious to see it, y'all. I'm trying to keep hope alive. I really am. Malik Mustafa, he'll be back in about 4 weeks, 5 weeks. But now, that safety position, I really do think Brown needs to be released. But we don't have the space to release Brown right now. We don't. I like Lucas, Chase Lucas from Arizona State. He looked really good. He looked phenomenal. Chef's kiss. So I'm hoping that he might get a chance to start in Seattle. I would like to see that. Drop in the comments right now. Let me know. Would y'all like to see Lucas starting at safety? I like that Lucas Mustafa in the backfield with Green, Lenore, Upton Stout, Fred Warner, Martin, the D line, Boza, Mikael Williams at the 3 technique. Should be Alfred Collins at the nose. Huff or what's the other guy's name? Yeoman when he gets healthy at the DN. That sounds damn good. That sounds scary. I like it. I like the potential of it. I really do like the potential of it. You guys got to let me know what you think. Give me your thoughts and opinions. Real quick, before everybody gets off of here, give me a thumbs up real quick. Everybody, YouTube, Facebook, give me a thumbs up. If you've been watching me discussing this, give me a thumbs up right now. Support the movement of the Faithful Talk. I'll be getting a brand new camera soon, so we won't be talking like this. It'll be nice in 4K. It'll be nice in 4K because that's what we deserve, and I want to be able to do that for y'all. I want to be able to give y'all the best quality content because the faithful deserve it. I'm going to be traveling to a couple of games, and I'm going to be going live for everyone to see. So thank you guys for all giving me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Is there anything else that we need to discuss? Anything else that we should discuss? I think we should talk about a little bit about possibly how this is all going to work out for the 49ers. I'm going to give my takes. I'm going to give my opinions of Seattle later in the week. And then tonight I'll come on around 10:30 p.m. Pacific time and talk some more with y'all about what needs to happen. What needs to happen for the 49ers? There's a lot of interesting maneuvers. Give me a thumbs up right now if you're a 49er faithful and you want to see this thing grow. Give me a thumbs up right now. This is gonna be a beautiful season for us. A beautiful season for us. We just gotta stay locked in, dedicated, motivated. We gotta make it to the Super Bowl this year, y'all. We have to. This has to be the year. It's in our backyard. No team's ever done that. We need to be the first. So we gotta go all in. And here's a bigger surprise for y'all that I haven't said yet. I think the ownership will go all in. We go 5-0. We go 5-0. And when you look at the 49er schedule, here it is right here. Hold on. Stay with me. Stay with me. Looking at the 49er schedule, Seahawks, that's a win. After that, we have the Saints. That's a win. Cardinals, that should be a win. Jaguars, that should be a win. The Rams, we can get past the Rams. And I know we can because they have Garoppolo at quarterback. And that's a win. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, that's a win. Atlanta, that's a win. And right there, and listen to me right now, that's where it gets interesting. Because I truly do believe the 49ers will go sign any extra pieces they might need to go now deep into the playoffs. That's the goal. If we can get right there, that's one. That was that. Hold on, that's 6-0? No. That's let's see. That is hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7-0. The 49ers have no reason but to go 7-0, y'all. We have all the pieces, all the moving parts to make this happen, and we can. We really, truly can. And I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited. I'm extremely excited. If you're new to seeing my face, give me a follow right now because I'm going to be going live twice a day, either at 10 a.m., 10 p.m., 10:30. I'm going live. We're talking 49er football every single day. Follow me. Give me a thumbs up. Faithful. If you're real faithful, give me a thumbs up. And we're going to lock it in, okay? Until next time, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And, the season's here, y'all. We got Seahawk talk for the next 2 weeks. We talk about the Seahawks. We're going to break down film. We're going to do all those things together, okay? So stay locked in. Thank y'all.